Are you following the Rugby Championship? Stick around, I'll share my insights for the All Blacks versus Los Pumas, the second test at Eden Park. Hey everyone, it's Coach H here, and you've found Inspired by Union, a channel where I discuss Southern Hemisphere rugby. Let's dive right in. While the All Blacks put their Eden Park record on the line, they're looking for 50 consecutive games unbeaten, whilst the Pumas from Argentina, they're looking to go back-to-back against the team from New Zealand for the first time in their history. Well, the All Blacks, they've made some changes, mainly forced through injury. Let's take a look at the squad. Mighty Williams, the big number one, he comes into the side. He's a handful with ball in hand. He's going to attract Argentinian defenders. It'll take at least 2 to 3 to put him on the deck. He joins into the front row, 2 survivors from last week in Cody Taylor and Lomax. In the second row, it's another week together for Tupou Vai and Sam Darry. Sam Darry was wonderful last week. Look for Tupou Vai to up his work rate again. In the back row, no changes from last week. Ethan Blackadder, he gets to go again. I did highlight in my review that he was short of game time after being injured for the majority of Super Rugby. The coaches, they've got faith in the Crusader. At 9 and 10, you've got the experienced Perinara with Mackenzie. The coaches have shown faith in these two. I'm not sure about the exit strategy from the All Blacks outside their 22, box kicking to the 10-metre line. The Pumas, that played into their hands, they were more than happy to play heads-up rugby and carry the ball back into the 22 to exert pressure on the team in black. I'll be looking for a tactical change in this area. At 12 and 13, it's Barrett and Ioane. The coaches have said that they've gone with experience here. I've been critical of Barrett's form so far this year in the black jersey. His distribution skills haven't quite been up there. Let's see if another game together allows that continuity to build. 2 new wingers, and they've got a balance here. Finally, we've got a power winger in the 11 jersey in Clark, whilst Will Jordan, he takes up the familiar jersey of number 14. The custodian, Beauden Barrett. If we look at the bench, 5 forwards that were named last week, 4 remain, whilst Sam Kane, the former skipper, he comes in at the expense of Wallace Satiti. Kane, he'll be using all of his experience as he comes on late in the game. The All Blacks, 20 minutes to go last week, they lacked experience in closing out that game against Los Pumas in Wellington. The 3 backs take form in the shape of Ratima and Leonard Brown, whilst Mark Talia takes the 23 jersey. So overall for me, it's a nicely balanced All Black squad. However, the fact that they're out of form, the big sacrifice that's made is development. I would have loved to have seen a player like Billy Proctor get some time in the 13 jersey and perhaps pair up with Anton Leonard-Brown. Those two went so well against Fiji. I'd love to see them have a crack against a quality opposition in Los Pumas. However, not to be. Los Pumas. Well, the tourists, they're a happy squad. They're walking towards this match at Eden Park, knowing that history really is on the line. Julian Montoya, he returns to the squad. He takes the skipper's armband and he's in the number 2 jersey. Gallo and Sordano, 2 big boppers, they close out the front row. A surprise in the second row, where Kremer moves into the 4 jersey. He joins young gun Rubiola, who has somewhat of a future ahead of him. Juan Martin Gonzalez, he takes the 7 jersey from Kremer and he closes out this quality, well-balanced back row. The experienced Matera, he again wears the 6 jersey, while Oviedo, he appears at the boot of the scrum in 8. It's Bertano and Carreras in 9 and 10. Carreras was so composed last week in Wellington. Can he get his kicking game going and exert pressure on the All Blacks once again? A nicely balanced midfield. Chocobates, he's the ball carry man, whilst Sinti, he's the player with the guile and elusiveness, a wonderful distributor to bring his outside backs into the game. Moroni at 14, he defies his age, whilst Carreras, he's the excitement machine on the left wing. Juan Cruz Malea, growing into his role as a vice-captain, he's the ears and eyes for the team at 15. Last week's hero, who came out of retirement, Creevy, he gets a rest this week as Ruiz comes into the 16 jersey. The Impact props this week, Vivas and Skyvy, bring their scrummaging experience to the side. Molina, Lavanini, Bazan Velez, they close out the forwards, Impact off the bench. Albornoz and Delgoy, they're charged with setting the backline alight when they get their opportunity. So Los Pumas, they've got a nicely balanced squad this week. What's my pick this week? Well, with Eden Park being the spiritual home of the All Blacks, I'm expecting a response, and I'm expecting that they go their 50th game undefeated. It's going to be a tight one. The All Blacks by 7. Two well-balanced sides, an All Blacks team under real pressure. I'm looking forward to this game at Eden Park on Saturday. I'm Coach H, and you've been watching Inspired by Union.